welcome back to another video. This is Flower Heart Plans. My name is Harley, and today we are going to decorate and set up the upcoming week in my catch-all planner, which is the Horizontal B6 Plans by Just Scribble Planner. And I have this in a different cover. So originally I had this planner in the cover by Paperbound Creations on Etsy. And I really like this planner cover, but I found that it was too much room around the book because I had the B6 Plans planner in there along with the B6 But then I wasn't really using the B6 so I took this out and was just using the B6 Plans in here, and it was too much room. So I decided to move the planner to this Moterm cover, and I will show you what that looks like in a second. So I've had this planner cover for several years and it's held up pretty nicely. I used it for 6 months straight when I was in a B6 in 2022 maybe, but it's held up nicely. I don't take my catch-all planner outside of the house, so that could be why the cover has held up so nicely. But this is Moterm's original cover design with the big back pocket. I don't use this back pocket, and they have a newer version. I think it's called the Moterm Elite, and I want one of those, but I want the pink one, and it's sold out. It's out of stock. So I am going to use this cover for now, but if I get my hands on that pink Moterm Elite, I will be getting it. It's like a hot pink, and it is so, so cute. But for this planner, I haven't really done a flip of January. It's almost the end of February. We are planning for the week of February 23rd through March 1st. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do a flip of what I've done so far in this planner, mostly because I have the setup of most weeks on my channel. But I'm thinking of doing a flip because I don't show my planner after the pin that much. And I want to get in the habit of doing that because I really like the way that it looks. I like when my planner is lived in, and I want to share more of how I actually use the planner, not just how I decorate it. But this video will be mostly a decorate with me, so it's going to be putting down the base so that I can plan throughout the week, because I find that I usually don't have time during the week to spend that much time in my planner. So when I decorate in these videos, it usually takes at least an hour for me to decorate the entire week, meaning the weekly dashboard and the daily pages. And even if I broke it down and did a daily page per day, I just don't have that amount of time to dedicate during the week. But on the weekends, I can. So that's why I do long planner sessions. That's just a long-winded way of saying that this video might be a little bit long. So I hope you have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something to drink while you're watching this. Maybe you have your planner or journal out and you're journaling along with me. For this decoration, I wanted to stick with the pink theme that I was going with, kind of. So for February, I'm kind of all over the place in this video. Apologies. I haven't filmed a video in like 2 weeks, so there's a lot to go over. But for February, I did the monthly, which is pink and green. And I wanted to do Valentine's Day for the entire month, but I didn't want it to be completely red and pink every single day. So for the monthly, I added in this bit of green with it. Then for this first week, it was mostly pink with these pops of green for the leaves. And I really like how that turned out. And then for the next week, it was pink, but with this kind of orangey red that I really liked. And then for this current week, I use pink with these pops of green and the black lined florals, which I thought was a nod to Valentine's Day with the pink and the hearts and the flowers, but not too Valentine's Day themed, if that makes any sense. So I like how this turned out. And then, oh wait, I didn't show this on my channel because I didn't film a plan with me for this week. So let me go a little bit slowly over this current week because I didn't film a video for this. So for this week, I used the Modern Farmhouse sticker book by the Happy Planner. And this is from 2019. Happy Planner puts the years on the back of their sticker books, the copyright year. So I think I probably got this around 2019 or 2020. Anyway, I've had this in my collection for a while and I have used it before, but there was still a lot left to use, and there's still a lot left after using it for this week. So these sticker books can last a long time. But I used that sticker book for this week along with some Simply Gilded pink washi tape and some grid washi tape from Amazon. And I think that's all the washi tape that I used. So this is how the weekly dashboard turned out. For this right-hand page, I did keep my work items in here, which I really enjoy. And then I'm putting my top 3 goals for the week in here also. Then this was my brain dump page. Well, it's a blank grid page that I use as a brain dump. So that was this page. And then these are the daily pages with a to-do list and a notes area. And I like how these turned out. Again, I wanted to do Valentine's Day themed without going overboard. So I do have some hearts. I have the pink, of course. And then we have more hearts with florals around it. So this is how my daily pages turned out. And on the daily pages, I also put work items on the daily pages. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing that. It is helpful in a way when I look at my planner the night before. It helps me know loosely what items I need to get done at work, but things change at work so rapidly that sometimes these items get moved or migrated or completely crossed off. So you'll notice that I don't actually check off the work items in this planner because things change so much. This is just a loose idea of what I would do at work. But I have a separate work notebook that I use, and my Outlook calendar at work is where I keep the appointments and meetings that I have. So this, while it's helpful to get an idea of what I might have to do the next day at work, it's not always the most up to date and accurate. So I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to keep the work items on every day or if I'm just going to leave it on the weekly, because the weekly list was the most helpful this week. So we have that. And then today is the 22nd, Sunday. And I've done quite a bit on my to-do list. I woke up early today to get things done. So I'm pretty okay with my progress for today. I do have some time to relax this evening, so that's good. And we are decorating for this upcoming week. I have thought about decorating ahead in this planner so that instead of decorating for the upcoming week, which is tomorrow, I would ideally be a week or maybe 2 weeks ahead. I don't know if I have the time in my schedule to get ahead that way, but that's just something that I've been thinking about doing. But let's see what we're going to use. So I have the Vintage Floral Sticker Book by Recollections. This was at Michael's maybe 2 years ago. Michael's doesn't put the dates on the back of their sticker books, but I want to say I got this at least 2 years ago. And there are two collections in here. So in the back, we have this blue, green, and purple theme that I've used some of, but there's still quite a bit left to work with. But instead of using this theme, I thought I would use the pink theme that's in here, or the more pinkish themed flowers that are in here. So we have the alphabet, which I don't need, but then we have some boxes, notes areas, some shaped notes areas, checklists, more checklists and boxes, more notes areas. There's not a lot of deco in here. We just have this one sheet of flowers. So I am going to make use of this sheet for sure. And the other pages, I'm just going to tear out because I know I'm going to use most of these. And I don't need the letters, so I think that's it. Oh no, wait. Some of these match this theme. So I'm going to take this sheet also. For the dates and days, I have the Numbers and Days sticker book by Agenda 52, the Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. And I think I'm going to use the pink numbers with the gold days of the week. I think. I'm not completely sold on that right now, but that's just the first idea that I had. I have the Fancy Florals sticker book that I've used the past 2 weeks because the colors kind of match the colors in these stickers, but I don't know if I'm actually going to need the sticker book or not, but I have it here just in case. And I think that is it. So let's get started. I have some washi tape that I'm going to use for my daily pages. So this one I actually got from Walmart like 2 years ago. And it's really cute, but I haven't used it much since I got it. And I don't want it to go to waste. And it's becoming not completely unusable, but it's like not as sticky on the back. So I want to get some use out of this washi tape for sure. And then the rest are solids, the ones I've been using pretty much all month. These that I got from Amazon. And some other ones from my collection. So the first thing I like to do is populate the horizontal weekly that's over here. So for this horizontal weekly, I wrote in some stuff already because I do plan ahead in this planner, and I don't have much to do at the beginning of the week. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I do have things that I wanted to note, so I wrote those down. This is month-end close on Friday, so I expect that I'm going to be pretty busy this week. We are going through some transitions with our accounting team. So the week leading up to month-end close and the week to week and a half after month-end close are super, super busy. So I purposely don't plan a lot during those times because I know that I just don't have the time in my schedule. Work takes priority, and I probably will have to work late those days, so I don't schedule stuff to do during that time. So I can go straight into my weekly to-do list that I put here. And for that, I'm just going to highlight like I usually do and make a checklist. And because of the kind of paper in this planner, I always forget to look it up before I start the video, but I want to say it's Aerofil paper, and things take a little bit of time to dry, so I do use blotting paper. I got this one on Amazon. It came in a pack. I use this to blot any ink or marker that's on the page, and I use it as a page marker. So this usually marks my daily page that I'm on. And when I close it, I can see it at the top, so it acts as a top page marker so that I can go straight to my daily page that I want. I do have 2 tabs at the bottom here. These are Midori tabs. They come in a pack like this. I get them either on JetPens or Amazon. They're index clips, but online they call them orange, but they're like this gold metal type, and they're very thin, so they're perfect for marking your page. And I move my weekly tab every week, so these are great because you can just slide them on and off pretty easily. And over time they do discolor a little bit, but I actually don't mind that. So I mark my weekly page and my monthly page at the bottom with the bottom tabs. And this is my current page, usually my daily page that I'm on. So this is for my weekly to-do list, and I need to do my taxes. There might be other things that I need to put on this list, but I'm not going to worry about writing everything down right now because this list I use throughout the week. So we can leave that there. My focus this week is going to be on my hobbies because this week is going to be busy with work, and I usually get really stressed out and almost to the point of burnout. I've been burnt out with work before, and it's very unpleasant. I don't want to do that again. I got burnt out with my previous job, so I don't want that to happen at this current job that I'm at, which I just had my 2-year anniversary at this job. So I like it a lot, and I want to make sure that I'm setting boundaries and taking care of myself during times when work is busy. So because it's month-end close and work will be super busy, I want to make sure that I'm making time for relaxation and hobbies, things that I enjoy doing. So that's going to be my focus for this week. That includes creating art, reading, writing. I do like to crochet, but I haven't done that in a while. So crocheting isn't something that I do for enjoyment yet. It's something that I need to learn how to do until I get at a point where I can do it for fun. Right now, I'm still in the learning stage with it. My lights just went out. Okay, so I had to take a little break to rearrange my lights. There is an outlet in my office that does not work all the time. Maintenance needs to come and fix it. We've told them to come and fix it, but they apparently are too busy to do that. And I just am kind of worried because electrical stuff is nothing to mess with, and I don't want it to be a faulty outlet to the point where it could start a fire or something. So I don't know. I'm not an electrician, but I want maintenance to come and fix it sooner rather than later. But until then, I am just not going to use that outlet. So anyway, that hopefully does not change the video. I hope my lighting is back to normal almost. So let's continue. My priorities this week. Well, usually my priorities are completely different than my focus area. I think I'm going to tie the two together this week, and let's use pink. I'm actually going to have 3 priorities, personal priorities. My work will go underneath, and the priorities will tie into my goals just because I really want to make sure I'm making time for creating art, reading, writing, anything that's fun that refills my well, as they say. So let's see. So I'm going to write sketchbook practice, and I'm also going to put in exercise because I really need to get in some exercise this week. And for me, that just means walking at least 8,000 steps because when work gets busy, I basically don't don't get much movement during the day. So exercise will be a priority. And although I don't necessarily enjoy exercise, I enjoy right after I exercise. So I do want that on the list. And then I want my work stuff here. So yeah, let's just highlight work. This will be my notes area. And for work, I will do, let's do a top 5. And then I'll put my goals. And for my goals, I can do a top 3. So let's do work. And I will fill in my work items later. I'm not going to worry about that now. And these are my goals. I do want to put in my habits. I only have 3 mild liners here with me, so I'm going to alternate between pink and beige. So how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. I say this every month, every week, every day. I cannot believe time is going by so fast. It is already March. This month went by very quickly. I think because work was so busy, I basically just had my head down grinding the whole month. And it seems like we just had month end close and now there's another one, but I guess that's what happens when there's a short month. I actually like the way this looks with just pink and beige. So let's do beige again and then the light pink. Okay, and I do want to highlight here. So this is for my dinner tracker. So let's write in the habits. I track if I tidy up, which means a quick 10, 15, maybe 20-minute tidy up of different areas of the apartment. I like to do that daily. So on the weekend when I do my deeper cleaning, I don't have as much to do. My office is always the problem area. So that is where I need to make sure I'm tidying up because the kitchen, easy to do. The living room, easy to do. So that's where I need to put my focus. But I do different areas of the apartment. So one area doesn't get all the attention, but that's what that is. I track if I take my meds because I forget sometimes if I've taken them or not. And I doubled up one day and that was a very bad experience. So I track if I took it, and immediately after I take my meds, I put an X on that day so that I know for sure I've taken it and to not take it again. So I track my meds and then my vitamins if I wake up early, because that is a habit I was trying to build. I want to make sure that I'm staying on top of what my focus and priorities are. So I am going to track if I create art each day, if I read and exercise. And this is just for my dinners because breakfast and lunch are pretty set. I eat the same thing every day because I take it to work with me. And so that's fine. So now that we have the base structure down, we can put in some decoration. The only deco we have are these pages. I'm trying to think if I should have used boxes for any of these. I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm fine on not using any of the boxes, but I do want some decoration down. So let's use this dark, I don't know what color this is. It's like a burgundy, maroon. It's like a dark purpley red. So let's just put some of this down here along with this one. I am going to tear it because the end is not sticky at all. And let's do it like that. Let's see. The best is yet to be. Stop and smell the roses. I like this one. It's quite simple, but I think that's all the decoration I really need on this page. Well, in this column. Let's use this one. I kind of want to put it here. And then we can use this flower. Where should I put this? There needs to be some decoration in this column. I think the stem is in the way. So let's cut that off and we can put it here. We do have these small leaves, so we can put one there. And then we have this set of leaves. We can put it down there like that. So this page is done. What do we want to do here? I like this washi tape layered with the other one. So I'm going to do that same thing. And that'll give me more use out of this washi tape, which is really cute. Walmart doesn't really have the supplies like they used to, like washi tape and stuff. I used to get cute stuff from there. And let's see, what do we want to put here? Maybe I don't really need anything. Do I have any quotes? Let's see what we have in here. I don't think there are quotes in here. Oh, there are. We have this bloom where you are planted. I like that one. Oh, but it takes up too much space. Darn it. So let's put it back and see if there's a different one. I'm not seeing a quote that I really like, but I do have these flowers. These would also take up a lot of space unless I just put it in the notes area, which is what I might do. I'll use this color. And I can put it there and tear it like that. I kind of don't want to waste the rest of this, but I don't have anywhere to put it. So let's put it off to the side. And do I want to put something in between here? I think I'm going to use this one. And again, the stem is just a bit too long, so I'm going to cut it. And then see how it looks there. And I have these leaves. If I don't use them now, I doubt I will use them. So I'm just going to put them down the middle of the page. And let's put this one. And I think we're done with the weekly dashboard. So let's move on to the blank grid page that I use for notes or brain dump. So actually, I'm going to go back to this because I feel like this dark washi tape with the flower washi tape over it is out of balance. It makes the pages look very bottom heavy. So I'm going to see how this washi tape looks at the top here. Since I don't have much to write on Monday, I think it's fine if I put that there, but then I want to bring in some of the dark washi tape with it. So I'm just going to take a little piece and tear it in half to make it skinnier. And I'm not sure if I love that. Let me put it underneath. Like that. That's a little bit better. Okay, now to the notes page. For this page, let's use this washi tape. This one is by Simply Gilded. Came in a multi-pack, I think, of a subscription washi tape. Can't remember which one. I used to get the Simply Gilded subscription box, but then I just started accumulating too much stuff, so I stopped subscribing to it. I do miss it sometimes, though. And then at the bottom, we can use this metallic one. Although I want some of the grid washi tape with it. So I'm not sure how I want to do this. How did I do it before? I think I want to tear it and then tear it in half. And then put the pink over it. But I'm also going to tear this one. So I wrote it in my planner. Live Love Posh is having a release of a box set. I think you can buy them individually if you don't want the whole box set, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the box set. So I'm super, super excited. Cannot wait to get some new stickers because as you can see, the past few weeks, I've been using old Happy Planner sticker books and old Recollections sticker books. So I will be super excited to get new stickers in my collection. I know I say that I have a lot of stuff, and that's true, but I also love stickers, so I cannot turn them down when they look that cute. There are flip throughs on Instagram of the new Live Love Posh sticker books, and they all look super cute and functional because they have the deco, of course, but they also have the functional stickers. So let's see, I need a header. We can do this one. The pink is not the right color pink for this, but that is fine. And this is a brain dump. And I do like there to be a checklist. So let's do that. And let's estimate what halfway would be and do another checklist there. And I think that's all I would need, but I kind of do want something on this side of the page. Actually, I think I might leave this page as it is for now. And let's move on to the daily pages. So I do want to put washi tape at the top and bottom and do my date covers. So I might go off and do that and come back because I'm going to alternate between the washi tapes that I have here. So I think this combination looks good. That's pretty much the only one I really have that's a combination. I guess this looks good together. This one and maybe this one. So that's how it's going to be on the page. And then I will be right back. Okay, so I put down the washi tape at the top and bottom just to add some color to the page. And I put down the date covers with the pink days of the week. The pink dots are quite small and they kind of blend in with the pink washi tapes that I used. But I think that'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. So I do want a to-do list, a notes area. I don't think I'm going to put work items in here. Or should I? You know what? I might put work items in here. We'll see how it goes for this week and see if I continue doing that. But for this week, let's see what we want to do because we have a lot that I could use. So for this page, I do want some decoration. So let's do this one. At the very top of the page. And then I think I want a to-do list underneath. Oh, I can make this my work to-do list since it's short. This can be for work. And I could put this notes underneath. And then I can do my regular to-do list here and a bigger notes area here. And let's put in the checklist. And right in the headers. Okay, this looks actually kind of cute. I really like that. Okay, let's move on to Tuesday. I think I'm going to do something similar, except I'm not going to start off with a decorative box at the top like I did on Monday. I'm just going to go in with my to-do list. And we can put a notes area here. Okay, so we have that. Let's just write in the headers. And then we can do a work to-do list. So how about, I like this one. Oh, I could also use a box for my notes area. I think that'll work. So let's put the box here. And let's see if there's a header. There is, so let's do this color. And let's write notes. And I think I want to start doing not just notes, but a highlight of the day. So that's what this box can be. this small notes area box here, and then I can put something off to the side here. Like maybe because I could use this checklist, although I don't need all these items for work. This box is taller than this notes area though. I think I'm changing my mind a lot here, but I think I'm going to put the work checklist here in the corner. Like that, and I am going to use a header, but since I don't need all these lines, I'm just going to use that top space for my header. Like that, and we can put work. To do, notes, and then the rest can just be for decoration. So I think I will take some of these. So I'm just going to put this one underneath like that. And then for down here, I think I'm going to just use one of these notes areas. But I don't need it to say notes on it, because it will be more of a highlight or low light of the day. I think I like this one. And it'll go right here. This is a little bit awkward, the space in between here. So maybe I could use deco instead. How about... Yeah, I'm going to put this sticker back on the sticker paper. And I think in between here, I'm going to use this one that says, "Stop and smell the roses." I think this will take up the space maybe a little bit too much now. No, I think it's fine. It will go into the other stickers, but that's totally fine. So this page is done. Let's move on to Wednesday. Wednesday, I do want a decorative box. So let's put this one that says "Bloom and Grow" right at the top here. And then I want my work to-do list. And a notes area. So I'm going to use this box here. And I'm going to do like I did on Monday. I'm just going to draw in my regular to-do list. And my notes area. I made this checklist incorrectly. I should have skipped a line, but that's okay. And this is to do. On Wednesday, I like to note that I work from home, but I'm not sure how to do that now that I have the layout here. I do think I want some flowers on this page though. Right there, that's cute. What about on Monday? Let's put something here on Monday. How about this one? Like that. That's really cute. I'm just going to write that I work from home on this to-do list, but I'm going to write it in this corner. It's just something that I need to remember when I'm looking back at this. So that's fine that that's not very aesthetically pleasing, but it is the information I want to see. So let's go to Thursday. I don't have anything to note for Thursday. So let's just go in with a to-do list, a work to-do list, and a notes area. I think for my to-do list, I'm going to use one of these. Let's use this one. Actually, this color looks better on Friday, so let's do this for Friday. And I do want a checklist inside, so I'm going to use the other side of the mile liner and just do small dots. So that's a to-do list. I might need more room for a to-do list, but before I put in more room, let's see what I want to do for this side. I think I'll do the yellow. There's not much yellow in the washi tape that I used, but I think this will still match. And let's do the same thing. Let's put our checklist. Friday is payday, month-end close, and a work meeting at 9 a.m. So I think I'm going to put that underneath here. This is month-end close. And maybe I can just put my work items underneath here. Let's see. This will just about fit. So that'll be for work. That's fine. No, this is not enough space for work. This will be for my highlight of the day. For work, I would need something bigger. I could do this. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this one. And we can put it here. I'm going to line it up on this side, actually. And do I want a header for this? I think I do. No, I'm going to move this one to the middle. So let's take it up and kind of put it in the middle here. And I need a work to-do list, but I want extra room for my regular to-do list also. So you know what? I'm going to do my work to-do list at the top here. And then if I need more space for my regular to-do list, I could use this space underneath. Because I don't know how much space I'm going to need for that. So that's for work, and let's just do 5 for now. And for Thursday, oh, I do want to note that I have a work meeting. Okay, back to Thursday. I'm might as well use these notes areas since I have them. So let's put this one here. Let's do this Grow with Grace next to it. That's cute. I really like that. And then I want a work to-do list. Oh, a header. Yeah, let's do one for this box. Oh, no, this is notes. I was writing work on it. So this one is not gonna stay. I don't have any other headers in that shape. So I might just leave this one without a header on it, even though this one has it. Let's just do a different style then. And this is notes. My work to-do list is going to go here. Let's actually use beige for the checklist. And this is work. I think maybe I want a flower or something up here. Let's do it here. And we can do this flower at the top here. So Thursday and Friday are done. This is looking so cute. I am really enjoying this so far. So let's move on to Saturday, Sunday. Now I don't need work lists on Saturday, Sunday. So I have extra space to do whatever I need. So I think what I want to do is a regular to-do list, then a specific to-do list, along with my notes area. So I could use this Get It Done for my regular to-do list. And I do want checklist here. And underneath, I will use this one for a specific YouTube to-do list, even though I haven't been doing much for YouTube lately. I always have stuff to put on the list, and then time gets away from me, and I never get much done in regard to that. So I think I want a header for this, though. So let's use this one. And my notes area can go here as usual. I think for my notes area on this page, since I have it, I'm going to use this last double box. And it can go right here. Let's use this for the header. So this will be notes. I do want a space for a highlight of the day, but this is looking a little bit too boxy. So I'm not sure where to put the highlight of the day. I think in this area, I'll just do a regular checklist. So this will be in case I need to extend my to-do list. So let's do a highlight here. And I have these checklists I could use. The circles don't exactly line up with the boxes of the grid, but that's okay. And then underneath, I can put anything special that I need. Sunday, this is March 1st. I'm going to use this for decoration. And underneath, I want a to-do list. Oh, you know what? I could do a chores list first. And I could just use one of these small notes areas. I need space for a header. And let's put this header right here. Now that's a little bit too big. Do I like that or do I like this one? Let's just go back to that one. This is for my chores. I forgot to put a header here, and this is for chores. Underneath here, I'm going to put a box. This will be like my notes area and highlight of the day. And at the bottom here, I think, well, I was going to put flowers, but the box has flowers on the bottom already. So that might be redundant. So I have this still on the side of my desk. So I'm going to put this one at the top here. I do have to cut it a little bit. And I'm not sure what to put down here. Oh, you know what? I need a goals check-in. So I need another box. This can be for my goals check-in. So I'm just going to write goals at the top. I'm not going to use a header sticker for it. And then I want a to-do list here. So let's do this. And then I want my notes area there. I need a highlight of the day box. This is too big. So let's get one of these. Like that. Not sure where to put this. I'll just put that there. Okay, so I have everything I need. I think I am done. I still have a lot of stickers to use, and I used a lot already, but there's still so much left that I could use. So I'm going to see what I can do about using up some of these stickers because I want to use as much as I can without completely overdoing it. I think I want to put this one here. Like that. And then on this one, we can do this flower. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah, this is really cute. I wasn't so sure how this would turn out because this is an old sticker book. There wasn't much deco and it was mostly boxes, but I did what I could and I think I'm going to really enjoy using my planner for this week. So, because this video is long enough, I'm not going to take the time to write in my plans right now. I will do that after the video and I will show you next week what it looks like after the pin. For now, I'm just going to do a flip through and that'll be it for me. So this is the decoration and setup of my catch-all planner. And this is how the weekly dashboard turned out. Super cute. I have my appointments and things of note in the weekly horizontal on the left-hand side, my weekly checklist for things that I need to get done, but either don't have a due date or I don't yet know what day I want to do them. I put those items here on this weekly to-do list. And then when I have the time or energy or a deadline comes up, I can put it on whatever daily page I want to do it on. I have my focus and priorities, a work to-do list for the week, my goals, top 3 goals for the week, and a notes area, my habits and dinner tracker at the bottom. We get a blank grid page that I use for a brain dump every week. Then we get into the daily pages. So this is Monday. I have a decorative box, a to-do list for my work items, a notes area that I'm going to use for the highlight of the day, a to-do list for personal items, and a notes area. The notes area is what I rapid log in for things that happen this day so that it's easier to fill in my journal when I get to this day in my journal. Sometimes I backfill, so this notes area is helpful for that. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Each page, the layout is a little bit different because I tried to use the stickers that I had and it was a lot of box stickers. So I don't usually have it so boxed in like this. Usually I just have more of a free-flowing to-do list than a work to-do list and a notes area like this. But I wanted to use the boxes, so this is how Tuesday turned out and Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, super cute. Saturday, Sunday. And I just want to make sure that I have everything in here. There are things that I need to write on these pages, but I will do that later. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.